Oh, I'll tell you what. I got to talk about this video game, though. I'm excited for this. All right, so I'm on Instagram, all right? And I'm like, wow, I like this guy. I ran across his page. I clicked follow. And he's talking about creating this video game starring the president, Donald J. Trump, 45th president. Intern Shane, you know what the J stands for on Donald Trump?
Jackass.
No.
Sorry.
You liberals are all crazy. You know that? You people with your Trump derangement syndrome.
I'll be honest, I forgot.
John.
John.
Yeah,
I can't
Donald
believe you called
John
me a
Trump.
liberal.
Yes,
I
yes.
quit.
Don't. You libs. I'll tell you what. Liberals ain't. Liberals good. You're
I'm
not.
no
You're not a
liberal.
leftist.
No, I'm neither.
I'm a liberal. I'm not a leftist.
I'm a political eunuch.
Oh, you got nothing down there?
Nope, not a
Okay,
thing.
not a thing.
I'm like Alexa.
But he was talking about this video game, and I'm like, man, this is a genius idea. One, you already got a set demographic that is waiting for a game starring Donald J. Trump. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the man behind the controller. Give it up for Liberty Dragon.
Hey, it's your boy Liberty Dragon, breathing fire to the New World Order, breathing fire to the globalists.
I love it. You see?
Passion.
I tell you, because I understand there is a deep state. There is this globalistic idea of no borders, taking care of everybody. Good for you. Wait, we can't afford it. Okay. All right, but have you always been a Trump guy?
You know what? I wasn't always a Trump guy, to be honest, and I did not even vote for the president.
Okay.
Now I won't make that same mistake again, but I voted for Gary Johnson because I would have never voted for Hillary Clinton. I was a Ron Paul guy.
Uh-huh.
But seeing what kind of guy he is, seeing how he's always resistant to their forces, to the deep state, it's
Right.
not even a question this time.
How long did it take you to make that decision?
Honestly, I was rooting for Donald Trump over Hillary Clinton because it was one or the other realistically.
Yeah.
And I was very happy that he won. It was pretty much day one, and then he just got in there. He started doing all this stuff. I was like, sheesh, okay.
Did you get any backlash for lose any friends, lose any family members?
Oh my gosh, the backlash is unbelievable. It's paramount, especially being a Latino Trump supporter.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, and you know what? The people who oppose are the most racist people. They say, oh, you're going to be the first one to be thrown across the border. This, that. Nothing but hate-filled comments that have to do with nothing related only to race. Only to race. They're obsessed with race. You know what I'm saying? I see people by their character.
Yeah.
They see people by their color.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's very well said.
Didn't Biden say that Latinos were what was the comment?
A very more diverse community than the African American.
So I guess I'm still Latino for voting for Trump.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying? But
That's right. No, and he's got he's got a lot of haters out there, but I don't think he's got a lot of haters that. No, he doesn't have a lot of haters out there. He's got a small amount of haters that are very loud. Okay? I was looking at these Rasmussen polls. Who called the 2016 election? Nailed 2018 election. Said that that the Democrats will take over Congress. They called it. And Rasmussen, look at these numbers. Unbelievable. Likely voting for Trump. Latino. Over 50%.
Hey!
Likely voting for Trump. Black Americans. 49%. Unbelievable. Likely voting for Trump. Democrats, according to Rasmussen. 23% of Democrats. Man, unbelievable. So I think this is a perfect time for you to make a video game about Donald J.
I mean,
Trump.
what other choice do they have? What, you're going to get a New World Order chip in your wrist? I'm just saying.
God,
Come
I
on.
love it. All right. So tell me about the game. Okay, the levels. What's the premise? What's the goal? Here, let me just play play this real quick. It kind of explains a little bit of the audio. Here, let's see what the.
It's your boy, Frank Falzone here, the voice actor for Trump in the upcoming epic stealth ops game, Endgame, which is going to be totally incredible, by the way. If you're looking for the most patriotic, epic gaming experience you've ever had, you've come to the right place. I'm talking cyborg ninjas, reptilians, Antifa thugs, corrupt politicians, CCP soldiers from China, infected creatures, satanic elite, and much more. Actually, many people are saying they've never seen anything like this game. Not even close, folks. So if you're ready to go undercover to thwart the globalist plan and defeat George Soros, make sure to donate to the official Endgame page.
That's what's up, and we do have that link up on the live video feed. Okay, click that link. Help be a part of the.
Thank you.
That's fantastic.
Sorry, Ghost of Tsushima. This sounds like Game of the Year.
Oh, I love it, Matt. You guys started doing video game. What's it called? Tournaments, right?
Yeah, we're doing PlayStation tournaments in Lexington, so
Well,
trying to go.
I think.
I would love to have this as one of the tournaments.
I mean, don't get me wrong. 2K and Madden are cool, but man,
game changer.
game changer. All right, so the levels. How do we play this game? Or what's the vision?
Okay. Well, let me tell you this. I don't want to. I got the level list right here. I don't want to give up too much.
Okay.
I can't do it, Joe, but I'm gonna give a little sneak peek.
Okay.
Okay, because I feel like the story is so powerful, and it's not just a game where saying going around you do this. It's actually each lesson has each level has a lesson to it, something that I want people to take away from it. That's based off true events. So, and we are going to save the kids in the game. I'm taking it that far. We're going to save the kids. We're going to do it.
I love it.
So let me go ahead and let me tell you this level list right here.
In a little bit, we're about to talk about why Facebook banned the hashtag
Yeah, at least somebody wants to
Save the Children, right? Interesting.
Isn't that unbelievable?
It's crazy, man.
It's crazy because all the people who hate Donald Trump, it just so happens that now they're all being revealed to be some not so normal people.
Oh, my
That's
God.
all I have to say. Not so normal,
Don't scoop me, Liberty. If it wasn't for you, you'd still be wandering around on the first floor. Okay?
Well,
Saying.
thank you, Ting.
Watching you.
Appreciate that. So the level list. I'm gonna go and say the level list. The first level. First of all, you're gonna be in the Oval Office.
Okay, that's where you start.
Donald J. Trump. You're gonna
Okay.
be in there doing your, doing your thing.
Do you get to
Ting.
pick like a tie? You know what I mean? Like you change avatars a little bit. Can we do that?
It depends. There will be different outfits, maybe like a Space Force outfit,
yes,
like armor. But it
Space
depends
Force
on the
suit.
level of funding I get because I have to focus
Yes.
on making sure
Yes,
the
understood.
full game. But the first level, so you're in the White House and you're chilling, and then somebody comes in your office. They say, "Sir, we have some important intelligence to tell you, sir. We need to tell you immediately." And then you're like, "Okay, let me hear about it." And then
Your
so
tea
you go-
time has been
you-
changed.
You go into so you go into the situation room, and then you're getting briefed, and I don't want to give too much away for it, but Soros is working with CCP, the Communist Chinese Party
absolutely.
in China. They're working together, and so they say, and I'm sorry, sir, but the CIA, the FBI, they're corrupted. We can't trust them, sir. We can't. I know this is gonna sound crazy, sir, but we need you to go in. We need you to go. We need that intel from the ground. And you
From
go
the
like,
ground.
Okay, I think I'll take care of it. I'm not as good at voice actors here.
I got
but,
this. Believe me. Okay, on the ground. That's where I am. Yes. With the people.
Exactly.
Right.
Thank you. And so you're gonna be like, okay. So for the first level, you're gonna be playing Donald Trump undercover as Antifa with the garb, with the mask on. Then you go downtown Portland, Oregon.
You're in Portland as Antifa.
At the epicenter of the Antifa scourge.
I love it.
And you go down there as Donald Trump, and you have to collect intelligence. And I made it where there was a bunch of different statues. I made a special kind of level, but different statues that have been toppled. For one, there's George Washington. That's the
my
first
God,
one you
I
see,
love
and
it.
then the emotional soundtrack. Because I'm a music producer.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful. And then see George Washington, like, wow, our founding fathers. They said it was just Confederates, but it's founding fathers. And then the next thing you see is this, and this is actually what's been happening: a veterans memorial desecrated. That's what's been going on. They desecrated the Veterans Memorial in places. It's going to say the F-Police. It's going to say the ACAB. It's going to say, the normal suspects. All the hateful rhetoric.
That's right.
That they say.
Can you add a little something in there, like someone suspects that he's not Antifa, and he replies, "Of course I'm Antifa. I've been living in my mother's basement all my life."
Yeah,
Okay, right?
I'm gonna do it for you, Joe. I'm
Okay,
gonna do it
all
for
right.
you.
Sounds good. That'd be great.
And then you go and then
My
you see-
grandma bought my vest. Okay, my grandma bought this.
Right. And then you go and you see Abraham Lincoln. You're like, that doesn't even make sense.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? He was an abolitionist.
How about the Frederick Douglass statue? Wasn't
Right?
that crazy?
I saw it. Unbelievable.
I think they made a
Joe,
mistake. They didn't realize who it was. They're like, "Oh, it's him. Damn it."
Joe, but
They
you know
screwed
they
up.
don't even realize what any of it is, Joe. They don't know.
They don't riot with historians. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I'll say
There's no historians in the group. You're like, "No, that one's good." Don't. Too late.
Right. I'll say one thing. Our founding fathers were hypocrites in a sense because of slavery, but they created the greatest government documents to ever be created.
Right.
And just like Martin Luther King Jr. said, our founding fathers signed promissory notes for future generations. I understand that it's hypocritical, but when you read the Declaration of Independence, you see all men are created, are equal, and our rights do not come from government, but are endowed by our Creator. When you see that, that is the most beautiful thing. And if we follow that to a T, Joe, you can't go wrong, Joe.
They knew what they were
You
doing.
can't go
They were
wrong.
playing chess. Especially the northern guys, because they knew that they couldn't get the southern guys to create the United States in the beginning unless they had the slavery. They even debated it. John Adams was like, "I don't like the slavery thing."
Yeah.
And then the guy from Virginia's like, "Well, you don't have our vote then." And, don't get me wrong, but hey, nonetheless, we fixed it. The North did. The Republicans did. Remember? Okay.
You know, I have to say, I feel like I need a cigarette because that was probably the most passionate moment in my life in the last, like, I don't know, 10 years. I mean,
Liberty Dragon, was it good for you?
Pass me a vape or
Yeah,
something.
that's
Jeez.
Okay, but go on. Go on.
Yeah,
Okay,
so then you come up, you're like, okay, and you're seeing, the cities are burning,
Yeah.
things are on fire, and then you walk, and then you see some guy, he's like on a pedestal or like on a raised platform, and he's just preaching. He's like, America was never great. You know what I'm saying? Blah, there's nothing but a bunch of racists.
Who is that? Is that
fascists.
Andrew Cuomo saying that?
Maybe. Might as well be, right?
Yeah.
And they're all interchangeable because they all hate America. If
Right.
you really think about it, and I'm not talking about the low-level Democrats. Those are my fellow Americans.
Yeah.
But the people at the top, they know. They know what they're doing. They know what they're giving into. They know.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I love my Democrat friends.
Yeah.
I just don't like the misinformation that they are being fed.
Exactly. It's not their fault. Because
Right.
honestly, if I didn't know, maybe I wouldn't know. Joe, the Matrix is so strong, Joe. It's unbelievable. I'm telling you.
Red Pill Jen?
I'll look. Even me,
He's
I'll
trying
look.
to steal my job over here. I'm telling you.
I'll look at the news and I'll be like, okay, yeah, this is crazy. I'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe Trump did this. I'll be like, he's been doing so well. I can't believe it. And then I'll go look at what they said versus
Charlottesville.
the actual. Exactly.
Play the full clip, my friends.
It's unbelievable. So you're going and then you see the trained agitators, obviously a very good trained agitator, and he's up on the pedestal and everybody's,
Here, real quick, intern Shane, can you do an impression of a trained agitator?
How do they go?
Exactly. Very good. Perfect. That works for me.
Just use the triggered face. You're
All right.
good.
Right.
All right, go on.
Right. So you see the trained agitator and he's talking all this about how America was never great. We need to tear down the system and all that stuff because that's the plan. They want to tear it down because let's bring in a new world order, something that includes everybody, but really it includes them, and we all get chips in our wrists like we're cattle. But anyways, so you keep on going, and then you see him. You're like, okay. And then when he's finally done with his speech, then you have to, you sneaking around, and then you finally catch. You take down.
It's a fight scene?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Something like that. You got to
Finish
sneak up,
him.
and then
Yeah.
you put some of the people to sleep. Two of the people, do the silent takedowns. It's gonna be cinematic. Trust me.
Donald
And
Trump wins.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you keep on going, and then you catch him in an alley by himself, and then you put the gun to his head, and then the cutscene ensues, and it's like, and then he's like, "Oh, America was never great. What about when we fought off the Nazi scourge? What about when we abolished slavery? We didn't create slavery, but we did abolish it in this country." And then it's like a whole
Yes,
diatribe
his
about
bullets are facts.
exactly.
Right.
And then you say, "Well, real fascists tear down statues. They destroy history. They censor
take your
their political
guns.
opponents. Exactly.
They
Disarm
make
the
you walk
population.
around with papers if you get a vaccine, huh?
Right.
Sound familiar?
Use violence as a means of political gain." And then he asks him, he says, "Does that sound familiar, fascist?" And then you throw him. He's like, "You have no idea what fascism is." Then you slam him on the ground and be like, "I know you're working for Soros, and I want you to tell me everything you know now."
So he spills the beans,
Yeah, and he spills
and that's
the
how you get
beans.
to the next level.
Not yet.
Okay.
And then the boys start coming up the, you know, what I'm
Okay.
saying, his little friends, the whole mob.
Yeah.
They start coming up. They're like, "What's going on?" But you're dressed in the mask
Right.
and the full Antifa
So you're
garb.
still in Antifa undercover.
and Antifa garb. And then so they come
So
down.
so the guys with the skinny arms all come down.
Exactly.
Okay? Right.
And then so they see what you do, and you just got all the information you needed. So then you just like, all right, whatever. You
Do
just
they start
rip off
throwing
your
mi-
mask.
Yeah, okay.
You rip off your mask and you say, "You guys are the real fascists. You don't even
Right.
know it. You've been trained by the hate." And then they start running after you, and that's self-defense. You got to take them out.
Yeah.
You got to take them out. So bing, that's the end of the first level.
Okay.
Jeez, I mean, I'm at maybe a little bit more, but the
I have
basic
one
premise-
recommendation. Two recommendations for the first level.
Okay.
One, before you do go undercover, you do training with Chuck Norris. Okay, a pro-American. All right? Just
That's a patriot right there.
And he helps you get your fighting skills up to a certain level. And then once you reach that certain level, just a quick 1 minute. Like, remember back in the day, you know, in, what was that, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out?
Out the
Yeah.
cutscene.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cutscenes, right.
yeah,
Just a minute of that with Chuck Norris. And then, okay, before he does go, you have a special scene with Melania Trump,
About that,
also known as
What's the rating on this game?
M.A.
You should have told
M.A.
Joe that before.
mature.
Yeah.
Mature.
Yeah, Melania Padula.
Ah.
How you doing?
I don't think Trump would like that too much.
Don't worry. 2024, I'll talk
she's
to her.
too old for you,
Okay,
John.
2024, I'll talk to her.
She's too
And
old.
so, but I actually have this girl. She's from Croatia. Oh, so beautiful, so wonderful.
To
such
do the voice?
Yeah, she sounds. This girl is so smart. She speaks 5 different languages.
Just like Melania.
Yeah.
Well, Melania speaks 7, by the way.
Okay, yeah, I know. Hey, hold up. She's
Just
gonna
like-
see this. Gonna be
right.
like, okay, I'll learn 2 more. Fine, I got you. But she's so nice, and I remember she hit me up a long time ago out of nowhere when she saw my video. She's like, I love your videos, and then we were cool from there. Yeah, whatever. But then she's gonna do the voice. But then the next, so you collect intel that Biden. I'm BITE. And then apostrophe IN, because I'm not getting sued.
Yeah, you know what? That was going to be one of my questions. I mean, with likeness and what have you, but there is a thing called parody.
Yeah.
Right.
And my friend, and thank you, South Park, for leading the way.
Amen.
Absolutely.
My boy Donald, he's not gonna sue me though.
No, he's good
not-
like this. Let me contribute. Okay?
Yeah, right. Hey, just sign that $1 million check.
Absolutely.
But really, the game doesn't cost that much to make because I'm.
Yeah, how does that work?
At first, when I started, I'll go back to the level a little bit. And first, when I started, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it on myself. I'll learn it, whatever. And then I started messing around with it, and I was like making the levels, and then all of a sudden, all the textures were going pink. And I'm like, what's going on here? And
Pink?
Yeah, it's like the shaders won't work.
It's just like those hats they wear at the protests.
Right, yeah. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Certain word hat, yeah. I was one of those.
Pink hats.
Can't say it on the air, but. And so I was like, you know what? I can't do it. But I put it on Facebook, and I said, I'm going to make this game. And this guy, he donated $1,000 to me on the very first day.
Very cool.
And I'm not gonna lie, Joe. Maybe if he didn't donate that money to me, I might not have really done it.
Right.
I don't know, cause it's a hard undertaking. But I said, you know what? If I have somebody depending on me like that,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? This is gonna be like a nuclear warhead in the cultural war because Republicans have been too weak. We're too weak. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I mean, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but they don't want to stand up. You know what I'm saying? Just like the BLM mob, it has nothing to do
Marx
with
has found
social
it.
justice. It has everything to do with politics. Exactly. Just like the black gentleman who was brutally murdered in
George
the streets for being.
Did you see the full
no,
video?
not George Floyd. Not George Floyd.
Oh, which one? Oh, you talk about the one in Portland?
Yeah,
Or-
he was a leader, a
Yeah.
community leader. They loved him, but he was murdered in the streets because he
Oh.
supported Donald Trump. But they don't talk about it.
The guy in where was that? Michigan, I think.
Yeah.
the old guy.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
That was unbelievable.
Crazy.
But they don't want to talk about
I
it. Black
know.
Lives Matter.
I know.
But not if you don't agree with the same,
But not if you pull up
philosophy.
the death reports from Chicago this past weekend. Right.
Exactly. So,
No, I hear you. Well, I'll tell you what. We got to take a quick break here. I got to make sure I get paid, especially after this show. But but yeah, we'll get more into it. And again, Endgame, starring Donald Trump. Liberty Dragons hanging out with us here today. He's filling us in on some of the game. That's a donation link. It's on that. It's on this video feed right now. Those listening on the
you,
iHeartRadio app, of course, go to the Facebook page, and yes, you'll see that link right there. If you want to donate, hey, donate a couple bucks to what you got to do. You know, the kid's legit. Kid's legit, and I've never seen one game about politics. And is that not the biggest game ever created? Man. You might be
Because you
onto
don't need a
something.
PS4 to play it. All you have to do is just breathe.
Yeah, but how awesome would it be if you get to control your own political destination?
You can if you have enough money, Joe.
Make sure you donate that money. All right, well, coming up next, I'll tell you what, let's take a quick break. We'll switch it to sports. Okay, because ratings are low. MLB, NBA, they all got political, they got woke, and they might be going broke. But can Bikini Week save the day? I think so. It's happening at Tilt to Kilt this week, and Matt's going to fill us in on a few things.
Absolutely.
Plus, also, did Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson just buy the XFL? Oh, my God, Bay. Bay. I can't, Bay. I can't. We'll find out. That's all coming up next on the Joe Padula Show. Absolutely.
It's the Joe Padula Show, Clarksville's conversation. Absolutely.